Hello, my name is David with Winning Solutions. We hope this video will be all the help you need. Are you trying to create an Access database, but find that it's too much work, or you could be doing something more productive with your time? WSI can do all the hard work for you. Just contact us via the information below this video. We will work with you to determine how much time and money will be needed to build your new database. If you'd prefer to have your database built with .NET, Microsoft SQL Server, so you can run it on your Windows desktop or anywhere in a web browser, we could do that too. This is going to be a brief video demonstrating an issue that we came across, that one of our clients came across recently, regarding ActiveX controls that we need to demonstrate. And this was the particular template that was used, but we want to illustrate a larger pattern here. And that is that when you have a form, and this template contains a form containing an ActiveX control, in this case it's the inking control. An ActiveX control, if you're not familiar with, is a control that's not natively within Access, but is loaded in from outside. So, a control, typical Access control is a button, a text box, checkbox, drop down, that type of thing. But an ActiveX control is not native to Access, but it has to be imported from the outside. Now, there's a lot of ActiveX controls that come packaged with Access. And if we just go into, you can see a whole bunch of these things. Everything from progress bars to web browsers to all sorts of other things, tree view controls. So there's a whole bunch of them. But the ink control is the ink control is the one being used here. Now I want to demonstrate one thing here. Let me just clear the signature. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a copy of this form. Actually, I've already done this once, so let's delete that. So I'm going to make a copy of this form and then paste it, and then we're going to see what happens. We get a message here. There was an error loading an ActiveX control on one of your forms or reports. Make sure all the controls you're using are properly registered. And you can see that this is the copy we just made. All of a sudden, the ink is not functional. So let's try this alternative here. Let's open these both in design view. And I'm going to take, not that, and let's take the original control itself. And let's delete the one from the copy and just paste this in. So make sure it has the same name, ink signature. Okay, anyway, let's go to the copy and see if that helped. Okay, so now it did. So what you have to do is you have to copy the control itself, and in some cases, you may even have to not copy and paste from the old one. If that doesn't work. Last thing you could do, now you have to know which ActiveX control it was. So we go to the original form here, and you see it's an ink signature. Actually, if we go to, here we go. It's a Microsoft Ink Picture control. And then I go to the properties window to see this. So I go to our copy and we put in a brand new control. So I'm going to go down here again. I'm going to go to ActiveX controls and I'm going to do Ink Picture. You might think it's Ink Edit. No, it actually isn't. It's Ink Picture. And this has, we're going to call this Ink Picture. Let's make sure that's the right name. Yeah. Oh no, ink signature. That was the name of it. It's the ink picture control, but the name is ink signature. Okay, and I'm just renaming it because the code in the form is going to be based on that. So that's why I'm making sure about that. Okay, so then we go to, well, let's save this, and let's go to View. And still, it still has the old picture, but here we go. So we get one that works. And so that's the lesson that we're trying to show here. Make sure that you don't just copy the form. If there's a control in the form that doesn't work, go into design mode, remove that control, and copy it from the original form. And if that doesn't work, you may have to delete it again and then copy and actually insert the control again from scratch from the ActiveX controls menu.
So I hope this clears up any issue you may have now or in the future with, again, this is not the case with all controls. We did a separate experiment here, just while we're on the subject. We put an original form, let me delete the copy. We put an original form here. Now this is a different type of control. This is a slider control. Again, it's another one of those non-included controls. This one, I'm able to copy and paste. I don't get the message, and the old one still functions. So this won't happen with every control, but it will happen with some ActiveX controls, and it depends on a lot of things, the publisher and whether it's registered. That's also the possibility you want to look over. If you're copying it to another computer, make sure you have the ActiveX control registered on that computer, because controls like text boxes, for example, are included as part of the Access installation. ActiveX controls generally are. The controls I'm using here, I haven't installed any commercial package controls on this machine. So all of these are controls that were available just from installing Access, but that may not always be the case. You may have a control from a third party, or as we saw in the 32-bit versus 64-bit, you might have a control that's for 32-bit, and you try to copy into a 64-bit application, it doesn't work. So those are other things that you have to be aware of. And this is why generally I don't like ActiveX controls in general, because you have to worry about whether it's registered, whether it's copied properly, whether, if you copy it onto another machine with a different version of Access or doesn't have the control registered, you could run into problems. We recommend using built-in controls wherever possible, but sometimes the convenience of having the additional controls does make it worth it, but those are some things that you should be aware of. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.
Thank you for watching. We hope this video was all the help you needed for your Access database. If you are struggling to create an Access database that does what you need it to do, and just want someone to make that happen for you, that is the business we are in. Our contact information is below the video. You can reach out to us, and we will work with you to determine how long it will take and how much it will cost to get your database up and going. If the time and cost are acceptable to you, WSI will get to work and make your database vision a reality. Perhaps Microsoft.NET or MS SQL Server would be the better choices for your new database, so it can run on your Windows desktop or anywhere in a web browser. WSI will help you make this determination if you like. Again, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day.